100% Chelsea. It's that time of the year again. The international break is over, and I've got to see these two wankers. Fuck's sake! Also, the gentlemen, we are Tottenham TV, the ones that like to rub it in. Even if they win or lose, they like to run their mouth. Pre-match, post-match, whenever. They got to do it, actually, for the first time,
we did,
last season. So fair play to you for that. The tables are turned a bit. We're currently undefeated. We're looking sharp. Lads, what do you think's going to happen at the weekend?
It's going to be a tough game. Obviously, listen, it's Chelsea at home. I'm not at home at Wembley. Like, we haven't played any games at home.
Got a home.
Closer to him than it is to us, bloody hell.
Really?
We're filming this at my flat, which, you know, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen. That's Wembley there. It's fucking brilliant. It's 5 minutes, get to wake up straight to the game.
For you.
It is. It's
surrounded by the Spurs fans every other.
Oh, man, I hate it every single week. But, I mean, I think it'll be an interesting game.
As much as you, so.
What is happening with your new stadium?
I think personally we're going to be in there next season, which I don't think is too bad. I think the main problem is the way the club kind of interacted with the fans, and there was no transparency or anything like that. A lot of bad faith from the club and Daniel Levy, and the fans have kind of lost trust in it a bit.
I mean, your guess is as good as mine, to be honest. No one really knows. They keep delaying when we're going to be in. Now they're saying January, and now I've heard March.
Is it because the cheese isn't going to be aged enough in your cheese factory?
You need to let the cheese age, exactly. We need more selections, I think.
What's that? You got to bought a bit of brie, bit of cheddar. Actually, it's Brexit. You've only got red Leicester and cheddar cheese.
No red Leicester on Spurs.
No, definitely no red.
No, just a bit of Wensleydale.
Rumours of Gouda. There's rumours of Gouda. Rumours.
No, but I mean, I'm sorry, but that is the weirdest thing.
They changed it to Lily White Leicester.
No, literally, before we even started filming this, the first thing that they're seeing, there's Sam behind the camera, a friend of ours from uni who's actually wanted to start doing YouTube stuff. First thing he fucking sings, biggest cheese room in Europe, you'll never sing that. How Tottenham is that? It's so tin pot, it hurts. But I mean, let's move on.
Do you have your own bakery? I don't think so.
Yes, have you seen these rolls, mate? This is a bakery right here. But I mean, let's move on. Let's actually focus on what we need to talk about. The usual preview stuff. We've spoken about what's going on. Your season. I mean, we had this debate a few weeks ago. You know, you've looked okay, I guess, but at the same time, you've ground out results, and it's now your best start to a Premier League season ever, isn't it?
I think it's a weird one coming into this game, because it's a game where pretty much anyone can get a result. I think Chelsea can easily win, Spurs can easily win, and it can easily be a draw, high-scoring draw, low-scoring draw. Literally anything can happen this game.
Very specific prediction there from my brother.
That's not a prediction, though, is it?
But kind of is.
Anything can happen.
But it's true, though. It's not like when you're going into another game, like last game at Stamford Bridge, you know, Spurs were always going to win that one.
I'm expecting a tight game, to be honest.
Exactly. No, it's going to be a tight game.
See, this is a balcony. I can throw you off it, you know. But I mean, it is going to be a very tight game.
The thing is, right, we've won 9 out of 12. We haven't played particularly well in any game, really, this season. We've been dogged by a lot of injuries, the stadium problems. Yeah, we sit 1 point behind you. You are unbeaten, and you know we've got our best players like Son, Dele Alli, Eriksen, who haven't hit any sort of form this season, not even bad form, like barely any form, and they're yet to come into form this season. So we're yet to see the best of them. Once we start seeing the best of them, we're going to really start seeing the performances increase. I start seeing better performances, better attacking play, and hopefully it'll come in this game. I can't see it just yet. Honestly, if you was to give me a draw now, I'll take it. I would take a draw. I would take a draw in this game. I think it's imperative we don't lose, because we're only a point behind you. If we can get through this game without a defeat, I think it gives a good platform going to the obviously Inter Milan game and then Arsenal further. Keeps us ahead of Arsenal as well if we get a point. So I think having lost to City, Liverpool, pretty much all the good teams we've faced so far, we've lost. So I think it's important to kind of stop that rot against the big six, and I think I can see us being a very tight game. That's why I see it.
I like that. I rate that, Sim.
It's a weird one, because everyone has been hyping up Chelsea, saying you're playing this great football, you haven't lost a game this season, you're doing really well. And everyone's saying about Spurs how we're not doing so well. We're playing bad football, but yeah, again, we're only a point behind you. Yeah. So
it's a results-driven game, isn't it? So I think at the end of the day, you know, if you're sitting a point behind us, you've done what you needed to do this season. But there's one player I do want to talk about, and we've been having this debate. He's just popped out of nowhere for me. Foyth. Who is this guy?
The Juan.
Special Juan.
The
one
special
of a kind.
One of our own.
He's one of our own.
Are you hearing this? This is horrible. But go on, just tell me about the player. Don't give me the puns.
I think he's been absolutely brilliant. He's been chucked in at the deep end. I think every game he's played, I know he gave away 2 penalties, but I think he was sensational that game. I think he kind of got caught out a bit because of Trippier lost the ball. One of them was kind of debatable as well, but he's had 2 man-of-the-match performances for Spurs since he's come in, a match winner against Palace, and he's just gone away with Argentina now and got man-of-the-match as well. So I think he's a brilliant player.
Are we going to see him this weekend at all, do you reckon?
He did come back early from international duty. There are rumours he was only going to be back on Thursday, so giving him 1 day's rest. So there was rumours he wasn't going to be in the squad, but he came back early, so I think there's a decent chance you'll see him. But I think he'll be Sanchez and Toby. I think that's my gut feeling. I think Foyth's been brilliant since he's come in. I think putting him in such a big game is a big test for him. I think he's passed most of the tests he's come up against so far, but I think this could be a bit too early for him, this game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. Yeah, I mean, he from what I've seen, he sounded decent, you know, from what you're telling me, but he's popped out of nowhere to come over. But speaking of teams, you said Sanchez, you said Toby. What is the team that we're going to be likely to see, or Chelsea going to be coming up against this weekend?
It's a very interesting one because midfield, we've got a host of players that we can play. We've got players that are coming back from injury. I think the back four is going to be probably, you know, obviously Lloris in goal, left back Davis, centre backs like he just said, Toby and Sanchez. Right back's debatable because I don't know, Trippier, if he's fit, then he'll probably play, but we don't know because he pulled out the England squad. Centre mid is where we're really, I don't know, I have no clue who's going to play. I really have no clue. I think it's going to be Dyer and Winks, but I'm not sure. What do you think?
I mean, it could be Sissoko because he's been in such great form. It'd be harsh to drop him.
It'll be very harsh, yeah.
So it's tough to say who's going to play. I think if I push on an answer, I'd say Winks and Dyer, but it's hard. It's hard to choose. I think in the 3 behind Kane, obviously Kane's going to start. I reckon it'll be Son. I reckon Eriksen will play and Lucas, but obviously that means Dele Alli's missing out, and so that's a big shout as well. I'm not sure if that's going to happen.
And the thing is with Dele, he loves a goal against Chelsea as well.
Does,
so
yeah.
I would love to. Dele has to play this game for me. I think.
Can we play Dele and Eriksen? I don't know.
I mean, there's one thing I do want to talk about. Obviously, Snave mentioned Dele Alli, and I've just thought about this. This whole thing that's been circulating on Twitter over the past couple of days. Let's just talk about it.
Bullshit.
It's rubbish, isn't it?
Why are we even talking about it? There's nothing to talk about.
We're talking about Dele and Barkley. The whole thing. That's
Video of Dele Alli and Barkley coming into Mayfair Hotel something at 5 o'clock in the morning and just talking basically. I mean, what are we talking about here? This is apparently it's a news story now.
Well, apparently they were having a go at the hotel because they were charging them extra money for staying in the hotel, which is disgrace in the first place. But the whole thing was filmed by an Arsenal fan with an obvious agenda. So
I mean, he was saying that Ross Barkley was saying he'd break people's noses.
Listen. At the end of the video, the staff are having selfies with Dele Alli. So clearly there was no bad blood or anything bad really happening in that conversation. You can't. So to say that they're having a go, or there was like, you know, he was saying he was going to break someone. Like, it's all rubbish. It's all rubbish. It's not even a story.
So it's not even a story. So if you do see that on Twitter, just ignore it. I love Twitter though. No, don't send abuse. We're better than that. We'll rise above it. Send shit tons of abuse to him. No, I'm joking. But let's obviously we're talking about that. We've spoken about the 11. Yeah. You've given some sort of prediction, which was anything could happen.
Anything can happen.
It is football. Key man, obviously Harry Kane. Obviously, you're talking about Dele Alli if he starts. Eriksen, Son, you're saying he plays under form. It doesn't sound too rosy for you from what you're saying. And for the first time ever, you've not been blowing your trumpet coming into a game. You've been very subdued compared to what you're normally like. But go on, give us some score predictions.
I'm going to go 1-1. I think it's going to be a tight game. I think you have I think in someone like Hazard, you've got a player who can kind of come up with a piece of magic at any moment, and I think he's probably good for a goal in this game. Especially, I think that's the area we'll struggle most, especially with that Alonso and Hazard double threat on that left-hand side and on the right-hand side. Whether we have Trippier or Aurier, that's going to be our weak link. So I can see you getting probably a goal out of that. But I think we have the tools to hurt you, whoever we play, whether it be Lamela, Lucas, Son, Eriksen or Dele, any of those 5. Whoever we play, I reckon we can trouble you. And obviously, I'd love us to come away with the win, but if you were to offer me a 1-1 draw now, I would take that. So I think 1-1.
Ben?
I mean, if we can stop your midfield playing and stop them passing, I think we've got a good chance of taking the game. I think, obviously, Hazard, amazing player, but for me, Hazard could have been one of the best players in the world. Well, he is one of the best players in the world, but too inconsistent for me.
What is this? We think right? No, it's not. Yeah, he's had one bad season. He's been in the player of the year.
One season off, one season on, one season off, like Chelsea.
He's got the most man of the matches for Chelsea last season. So how was he one season off?
Because Chelsea hardly had any man of matches last season.
Exactly.
No, he didn't. No, Hazard. No, Hazard was. Other than the last year.
One other player for Chelsea last season. You were crap last season.
Another decent player.
Huh?
One other decent player.
Yeah.
Alonso, he scored 2 against you here, mate.
Alonso. I have nothing more to say about Alonso. Let's leave it at that.
No, mate, that's true. But you know, Marcus Alonso scored 2 goals at Wembley. Can he do it again on Saturday? Let us know your thoughts.
I never gave my prediction.
Really? No, it's just shut up, Sim. Right, go on.
Yeah, be offended at me.
2-1 Spurs.
2-1 Spurs.
Dele Alli to get the double, and the drink driver to score for you.
These two are abominable.
And we wanted to talk. Our captain's a drink driver.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Hang on, we've got Lloris. Thank you. That's a Hugo. No, you have to listen, lads. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, and ladies, obviously. This is a channel for everybody, even fridges that watch it. I don't know. If you want to identify as a fridge, do what you want. It's 2018. I don't care. But listen, leave your comments down in the question. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Sorry.
Get it out, Louis.
Get it out. It's cold. We've been sitting for a little while. Get it. Fucking hell, Sim. Don't touch what you can't afford. Listen. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. You couldn't afford me. Down in the notification bell next to the subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel. Head across to Tottenham TV to see me dish it out. Take care, lads. See you later.